Too late.
Making the first speech. However, it's over 20 years since I was allowed to say anything about without being disagreed with, laughed at or ignored, so it's too good an opportunity to miss. I would like to thank Paul's parents on behalf of the bride and groom for their generosity. Without it, we would not all be sitting down to such a lovely meal in such a beautiful hotel, and I'm grateful to them for helping to make this day so special for my daughter. I also want to welcome all the relatives and friends of both families, and thank you all for coming, especially those of you who have travelled great distances to be here today. And it is really great to see you all. What can I say about Paul? Quite simply, Alana.
Thank you all for coming here today. Honestly, it's looking around the group. The distance that people have travelled here today has been absolutely unbelievable. Australia, America, England, Arbroath, Cooter. It's honestly, it must be about the same distance. The numbers must be about the same as the Marble kids there. Honestly, it's ridiculous. First thing I did, obviously, as everyone does, I don't know what you know people did when you first write speeches, but without Google, how did you even start to write a speech? Honestly, that was the first thing I did, was look at Google and how these things are supposed to be structured. And it was customary for me to stand up and write something about how Alana and I met. It was pretty boring. We met our friends, so I was out the window. So I decided to tell you a story about how we chose a song for our first dance. We were going down to football, and I don't know why I decided to take Alana to football, but I did. We went down to Hampden, it was a Scotland game, we were actually staying at Russell's, you might remember this. We went down, we watched Scotland, and she'd done nothing but moan and groan. Bear in mind, this is very early on in our relationship. She just moaned and groaned the whole night. And it's about half time. Our new kind of Doogie McLean Caledonia came on. She turned around to me and she said, "Can we play this at our wedding?" Jesus Christ. I should have ran away, but I stayed and went to Australia, went to see home. A year or two later, we got engaged. That was it. I also want to take time on standing here to thank a few people. I'd like to thank Alana's parents. I'd like to thank Alana. I love her with all my heart, and I promise you that I'll look after her for the rest of my life. I'd like to thank my own parents. probably an easy job bringing up a perfect child. So yeah. Here he is. Golden balls over there. No, seriously, you've always been there for me. Everything always been you've been there for me. Thank you. I also want to thank you for everything you've been telling me. When you started planning this wedding in Australia, there's no way we could have done it without you. Honestly, thank you so much. Never forget. Next, I want to thank the bridesmaids. Honestly, what a job you've done today. Don't know how you got that dress in your car. Honestly, it's absolutely fantastic, and what a job you've done. The whole day has been perfect. It's been such a good day. You've done such a good job. Alana's asked me to thank you for the hen weekends in Aberdeen and Brisbane. I don't actually think she'll forget the name of Sean again.
What's his full name?
Alana will tell you some about it. Next, I want to turn to Alana. From the moment that we met, part of me knew this day would come, especially when we moved to Australia. I thought that was the moment that you kind of thought I would spend the rest of my life with you. From the moment that we met, it's been nothing but laughter, fun, and happiness. And I've enjoyed that evening of it. I can't really spend the rest of the day with you. However, I know that Alana hasn't always thought that this day would come. There's a story when we went down to get the engagement ring, and we had Ryan's dad make the engagement ring for us, and I took a little journey down the south of Brisbane. On the way back, as you do, get caught for speeding. Alana thought I was going to be in the pub with Ryan, and the speeding ticket comes through the door. Where the hell have you been? What have you been down there for? But thank God we covered our story, and Ryan owned a wee little restaurant for lunch when we got to Sydney. Lastly, I want to thank the four men, Eds, Mason, Boomer, Kiddo. Love you, hell. Honestly, the stuff we've got up through over the years, I think I'll let them tell you. Eds, best brother I could ever hope for. Honestly, Mason, Kiddo, stuff we got up to at 6E alone, you could write a book about. And Boomer, I think we've broken records for the amount of stupid stuff we've got up to. Thank you very, very much, you guys. You've been excellent all day. Thank you. Now, I'm going to hand you over to two men. They've got a history of making up stories, they've got a history of lying. So if they don't believe anything they say, I'll leave it to them. But lastly, before I sit down, now I can relax and so you
The best bit, what was I waiting for? Good afternoon, everyone. For those who don't know us, this is Greg.
And this is Adam.
And together we've been assigned the best man duties. You obviously couldn't find one best man, so we had to settle for 2 mediocre ones instead.
You'll have to bear with me. Public speaking really isn't my forte. They say it's all about delivery, but for someone that got sacked from 2 paper rounds as a child, it's not going to. It's customary with the best man's speech to make the groom feel uncomfortable with stories from his past that he wished would never see the light of day. But Paul is going to have the last word on both of us at our weddings over the next couple of weeks. So we'll have to watch out what we say.
But sod it, we'll take one for the team. But before we get into that, we'd just like to take the opportunity, on behalf of the bridal party, to thank Paul and Alana for allowing us to play a part on this special day. I think everyone will agree that Alana looks beautiful, and Paul, you don't half scrub up well.
Likewise, the bridesmaids all look amazing, with the beautiful ceremony at Crathes Castle shaping up to be a day that you'll look back on fondly for years to come. And Alana, as the Minister said, you managed to organise the weather as well.
It's funny, I've known Paul for so long now. I tend to look on him as a brother. A weird, somewhat simple brother, but definitely a brother. After leaving the forces and moving back to Aberdeen, me and Paul became close friends. It did probably have something to do with him working in the local pub and giving away free pints, but we won't go into that. Shortly afterwards, I invited Paul to come live with me in my flat.
Good.
The flat was 6E Craven Crescent. I think in the space of 3 weeks, it had gained the nickname of 6E, the place to be. With the amount of parties that were now going on, the neighbours loved us. While at 6E, Paul spent years mastering one of his signature moves. No, not fire eating or juggling or anything cool like that. It was the helicopter. You can maybe use your imagination what that is. I just hope the helicopter is out of commission tonight.
Paul John Davidson, aka Squint, Squinty, or Squinter, for reasons only known to Paul and his doctor. I've known Paul for the best part of 25 years, through primary school, secondary school, university. We worked together at PSN in Aberdeen and more recently in Australia. And to be honest, I can't seem to get rid of the guy. But you might say the same about me. Paul was a happy loon growing up. To say he was football daft would have been an understatement. He studied the football columns of the papers and the magazines religiously, so much so to the point that you couldn't win an argument. And even if he was wrong, you'd still admit defeat just to ease attention. Paul is a man that can argue black is white, day is night, and that Aberdeen have a legitimate chance of winning the league next season.
Oh, sorry. As Greg says, Paul is football daft, but he also plays a bit himself too. We play for a local team called Grammar, where we've just been promoted to Division 1 for the next season. So most Saturdays, Paul can be seen strutting his stuff on the football pitch. When he's not injured or getting sent off, that is. I asked one of the guys from the football team what you think of Paul's defending, and to which he replied, he likes to think of himself as a young Yap Stam, defending the goals at the back, but most of the time he actually looks like Bambi on ice. Lots of love, Peter Davidson. However, it kills me to say the fact that Paul actually got goal of the season this season. No. With a wonder volley strike from 20 yards out in the top corner. I don't think we'll ever see that again, though.
Most of you know Paul is an avid Dogs fan. Seen many a week at Todders, belting out such classics as Stand Free, One Man Went to Mow, and We All Hate Glasgow Rangers. But not everyone knows that Paul started out life as a blue-nosed teddy bear. That's right, Paul was a Hun. But Stuart seems to have brought him back into the straight and narrow.
We've had many a night out over the years, and there's a number of humiliating stories I could recite. But one thing I've still yet to discover is the magic ingredient that makes Paul collapse after 3 pints. I asked Alana's mum, Fiona, what it's like to see her baby little girl getting married today. She said it only feels like yesterday that she was going to bed with a dummy. It's funny how history repeats itself.
He hasn't changed much over the years, old Paul. And just to prove my point, I'll read an excerpt from his Coats Academy yearbook entry from 2002.
This is good.
Paul Davidson, aka Squinty. In 3 words, I am greater than God. Modest as ever. Passion, Budweiser. More a G&T man. And yet, the following part was written by yours truly, on his behalf. When Paul was out joyriding golf buggies, a story for another day, you'll find him at home watching classic kids' movies and reading his way through the Harry Potter series. But despite these childlike qualities, when he's on the football pitch, the red mist descends, and he enters swipe that bastard's legs mode. Which isn't a bad thing as long as he's on your team. Now, fast forward 10 years, and Paul's turning out for his first game of football on Australian soil. And what happens? A red card for Davidson. And why? Because the Aussies are pussies. Despite this, Paul and Alana settled into Australian life, where they well and truly cemented their relationship together. It's certainly not the same now that they've left, but they'll remain lifelong friends, no matter where they are in the world.
It doesn't seem that long ago we were in 6E fighting over what team to choose on FIFA. But now he's here today, a married man. I've known Paul for... sorry. And I've known Alana too for many years. And I can't think of another couple that are more perfect with each other than you two. You're both truly wonderful people, and I count it a blessing to call you both my friend.
Paul, you're a lucky man, marrying Alana, who is beautiful, smart, warm and caring, who deserves a good husband. So thank God she married you before she found one.
But on a serious note, you both make a wonderful couple, and we'd like to wish you every happiness on the new chapter of your life together.
Please be upstanding and raise your glasses as we say congratulations to the new Mr. and Mrs. Davidson.
You can see changes that come over me. These last few days I've been afraid I might drift away. I've been telling old stories, singing songs, and where I come from. That soon is why I seem so far away today. Let me tell you that I love you. I think about you all the time. California, you come, now I'm gone. If I should become a stranger, don't let it make me more sad. Caledonia's been everything ever had. I've moved on, kept on moving, proved the points that I needed to move in. Lost the friends that I needed losing, find others on the way. Ladies who let them cry, story dreams, yes, there's no denying. Sometimes we can't just find somewhere away. Let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. California will come, now I'm coming home. If I should become a stranger, don't let it make me more than see. California's been everything I've ever had. Let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. I should become a stranger, now that it can make me more sad. California's been everything I've ever had. For fire, we have to the forest quiet. Where you hide, into the night may go. It's clear, I know what we'll do tomorrow. Shit, your kisses flow, how we disappear. Tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. California will come, now I go. If I should become a stranger, not a word to make me more sad. California's been everything I've ever had. Tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. California, you come,